But I would just humbly submit to Mr. Kelly that if he's worried about Hitler and he's worried about fascism, he ought to pick up the newspaper. There's thousands of Hitlers running around this country right now, running around college campuses, running around New York City, chasing Jewish people around, blocking their access on college campuses. If you're worried about Hitler and you're talking about Donald Trump, maybe open your eyes and take in what's happening on the American left in this country. So those are the Hitlers I'm worried about.
All right, so on Wednesday night, CNN contributor Scott Jennings referred to pro-Palestine protesters on college campuses as little Hitlers. Very misguided. I don't know how he gets away with saying things like that on television. But if you're wondering what could have prompted such an inflammatory comment in the first place, here is what you need to know. The panel was discussing the recent allegations made against Donald Trump. John Kelly, Trump's longest serving chief of staff, told the New York Times the following, and it was a big deal. He said, "Certainly, the former president is in the far right area. He's certainly an authoritarian, admires people who are dictators. He has said that. So he certainly falls into the general definition of fascist for sure." So he's not really mincing words, but he went on to say this: "Trump certainly prefers the dictator approach to government. He never accepted the fact that he wasn't the most powerful man in the world. And by power, I mean an ability to do anything he wanted, anytime he wanted." So Kelly claims that Trump's recent statements about using the military against the enemy within are what prompted him to finally come forward. And he even went on to say that Trump commented more than once that, Hitler did some good things too. And that really is the quote that's been going viral since he came out and said that. On the same day that the Times published Kelly's remarks, though, Jeffrey Goldberg wrote the following in The Atlantic. He said, "I need the kind of generals that Hitler had," is what Trump said in a private conversation in the White House, according to two people who heard him say this, people who were totally loyal to him that follow orders. So very inflammatory remarks. And this kind of touches on what we were talking about in the previous story. Trump has said everything that he could possibly say, and he is still running this race, and it is still shockingly close, right? It is unbelievably close. Everybody is saying that this guy is a fascist. They're saying he has dictatorial tendencies or aspirations. And we've seen that, right? We saw all the people around the world that he decided to make friends with and to cozy up with, all the people that he said that he admired. He said that he respected the German generals and he wished his generals were more like that. And everybody on right-wing media has been trying to defend his statements and say, that's not really what he meant. He just meant German generals. And maybe he didn't realize that the German generals were Nazis. First of all, no, there's no way. But also, isn't that also a problem if he didn't realize that German generals were Nazis? And this is supposed to be the guy who's going to lead our country, and he has such a poor grasp on history and just general knowledge. It's very strange. Cenk, what do you make of this?
Yeah, so this is a small part of the story, but goes to what you were saying about Trump's lack of knowledge. John Kelly then told Trump, actually Hitler's generals turned on him. And a couple of them tried to assassinate Hitler. And Rommel was the most legendary German general, and even he turned on Hitler. And Trump said, "Who's Rommel? We elected this ignoramus once, and we're threatening to do it again." Okay, so, but I want to mainly talk about Scott Jennings. So that piece of trash just called peace protesters Hitlers. So, and you guys, the MAGA guys say, "Oh, we're so anti-war." Really? Because the guy defending Trump on CNN is saying, if you're for peace, you're Hitler. And who's doing the fascism? Who's got people in open air camps? Israel has the Palestinians in open air camps. Who's doing the ethnic cleansing? Who's shooting children in the head? Who's starving people? Oh, right, that's all Israel. But the people protesting that are the Hitlers? But you look, guys, you can say any vicious thing you want about the left, about Palestinians, about Arabs, about Muslims on cable news. CNN has no problem with it. Scott Jennings is on today, he'll be on tomorrow, he'll be on 10 times a day. He can call the left Hitlers, he can call peace protesters Hitlers. No one cares, no one cares. If I called Scott Jennings Hitler, oh my God, that's a radical. Scott Jennings is a beloved member of the establishment within DC. He's allowed on CNN, how dare you? Peace protesters, they're just trying to prevent people from getting killed. Who cares? Call them Hitlers all you want, right? So almost no one from the American left is allowed on CNN. I'm not counting stupid corporate Democrats. Yeah, they litter cable news. I'm talking about progressive populists. You'll barely be able to find any on CNN. But you want to call people who are on the American left Hitlers? Oh, dime a dozen. Scott Jennings, venerated CNN contributor. Nobody's even having a conversation about firing him. That's not even close to a conversation. But if you called someone who was an Israeli supporter Hitler, fired instantly. Instantly. Even though, again, they're the one with the open air camps. They're the ones attacking their neighbors saying, well, we need a little breathing space. I mean, defense areas, for security reasons, so we can defend ourselves. That's why we took the Sudetenland, I mean southern Lebanon and Gaza. Okay, yeah, I said it. Well, they should try to stop the slaughter of those innocent people. But no, they're attacking Iran as we speak, slaughtering more people with our money. All right, Mondale.
I mean, I dare somebody to argue with you. I mean, unless you want to be as stupid or look as stupid as the guy you was arguing with on Pierce Brosnan the other night, who's screaming, telling you to calm down and get your emotions in check, when in actuality, all you're doing are articulating the facts about where we find ourselves and our friend, the friend of America, Israel, the point that it's putting us in. Like the idea that you could continue to bomb people. And when I say people, I'm talking about schools and houses, and just continue to pretend that everywhere you bomb, there's some bad guy in there. It is absolutely ridiculous to me. So I agree with you, and I'm proud that I get to say this to you while we're on TV together. So thank you for going to that dirty space called Pierce Brosnan and doing that. But I also want to talk about Scott, because Scott rears his racist head regularly on CNN, and they allow him to get away with it, and it's absolutely disgusting. And I think what I see is people like Van Jones who will tell him, this is my friend, he's not racist. It's absolutely dangerous to allow or normalize this behavior, because this is the Tea Party talk that led to Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not an anomaly that came from nowhere. He came from the nastiness that was America. And I think Scott Jennings and Donald Trump should go down the same damn asshole. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, one quick correction. You're doing Piers way too much of a justice by calling Piers Brosnan. Piers Morgan.
Oh yes, sorry, yes, Morgan. Jesus.
Mainly sorry to Piers Brosnan.
He was one of my favorite Bonds too, so that's kind of jacked up.
It's a good one.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.